We could win every game right now. I had no clue.
The Dodgers are 2.5 games back in the NL West, Jay. Come on.
Yeah, the bum Padres, they ahead, right?
Actually, the San Francisco Giants are leading the division.
Oh, God, even worse.
They're 44-25.
Well, hello and welcome. It's the AGA Sports Show. I'm Ace. We're joined in today, as always. Not as always. Scratch that. Joined in regularly with Jay and Andrew, because sometimes we're ghosts and we're in the comment section. You know, we transform into all sorts of different things.
Full flexibility.
Yes, definitely. Well, welcome into the show. Today is all about curses. I don't know how well we'll fare at the end of it. If we're going to be awakening some spirits from beyond or current spirits, but we'll do our best to make sure that we stay safe from them and keep them away from you guys too.
Yeah.
We got Elizabeth in the comment section. What's going on, Elizabeth?
What is up?
So feel free to comment along and chat with us as we go. We are not just here on YouTube on the regular, but we also tweet sometimes and occasionally break some Instagram news. 10 minutes after Adam, whatever his name is, and Micah, whatever his name is, and the people that have all the cell phones of all the scouts.
Oh. Hey, I'll talk dodgeball the whole time, man. Yeah, I'll get a whole spiel on dodgeball. That's one of the best. That's one of the funniest movies like ever, bro. That movie's hysterical, super underrated.
Yeah, I could quote it till I'm out of breath, basically.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Me and Andrew use the. That's a bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off for him.
That's the best commentating crew
at least once
in sports history. Cotton McKnight and
it's on the Ocho, baby. Only the best.
The only so I didn't read that as dodgeball. I read that as Dogeball. The only Dogeball I care about is my Dogecoin fluctuating every day.
Yeah, seriously. Use that at work today. Yup. It's a good one, well-rounded. You can use it in a bunch of different settings. It's a great one. I mean, that seriously, like, that movie is hysterical, right? Between them bringing in the Russian chick, and I mean that is, and then the little romance she has with the skinny guy. I mean, dude, that is a friggin' top notch. Dude has like the sensual scene with the piece of pizza.
So when if you caught us at the very, very beginning of the show, right before Jay was like, "Yeah, I haven't really been paying attention to baseball because I'm all about NBA right now," and we were like, yeah, for sure, we got you, don't worry. And then he comes in and with the conversation, so that's what started it all. What's going on, Amanda? Baseball.
Yeah, Amanda.
We need to get Amanda. Amanda's gonna have to get in here and refresh me on some baseball, bro.
What do you guys?
NBA playoffs, bro.
What are you guys getting buzzed on today?
Coffee.
Literally finished brewing right when the stream started, like 5 minutes before. So nice cup of coffee. Didn't have any alcohol, so gotta go with just coffee.
I'm just drinking some cerveza today, and I put some tahini on top just to mess around a little bit, you know. So cheers to everybody watching. We got 8 viewers. Hopefully y'all are in for a fun show. Let's cheers to y'all's viewership forever and ever.
Thank you for all being here. What's the most?
This was the next thing I was going to say. Sorry to cut you off. This is the next thing because we talked about anniversaries. Yeah, Kershaw on this day 7 years ago. There was only career no. Yeah,
damn.
That up.
You think you'd have another one? Dodgers still suck. Shohei's in the home run derby. Ryan, big time.
Oh yeah, we although today's show is not about cursing Shohei Ohtani, we're thankful that Coors Field is going to get destroyed by Ohtani's presence.
And what a place to have it, right? Like wherever you have the All-Star festivities from now on, just the home run derby needs to be in Coors Field in Colorado. Don't even bother. Like everything else, you can do wherever the hell you want, but just send everyone who's going to be in the home run derby to Colorado. Just go hit them there, bro. So everybody get like 1,000 home runs.
So the AL has designated hitter. The Coors Field will just be the designated ballpark.
Yeah, exactly, for the home run derby. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So since we're talking about curses today, right? And I know I'm already going to get us off topic off the jump because what else do I do? the most cursed sport has to be baseball, right? In terms of like
Yeah.
having curses and putting curses on for. I mean, look at the damn Cubs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be baseball, right? Not really close.
Yeah, with the Cubs and the Red Sox are the two best examples. Yeah, basically, with the long droughts, and then like when the Cubs being super close in 2003, Steve Bartman ruined it basically, and then they had to wait another 13 years, and then to beat the Dodgers, and then who they beat in the World Series that year? I think they beat who did the Cubs beat in the World Series? You guys remember in 2016? I have no clue. I totally forgot. I think it was.
I don't remember. Was it the Nats? I don't know.
No, the Nats are in the. Oh boy, the Nats are in the same.
I have no idea.
In the same league as them. In the Red Sox team. I think it might have been the Red Sox, but I'll double check.
It might have been the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Hey, tell your friends. We're almost at double digits viewers here. Let's go. Let's get in here. It was the Indian, the Cleveland no-name.
It was the Indians.
No,
yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it was the Indians.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Thank you guys.
You're talking to Amanda here. She's our low key.
Amanda knows what's up. Yeah, Ryan and Amanda are both all over it, dude.
She's our low key research intern. She just doesn't know it yet.
Yeah.
In fairness to Amanda and Ryan, the Dodgers were in the NLCS against the Cubs, and they lost to them. So I just didn't want to watch any more baseball because I didn't want to see the Cubs win. So that makes up for me not knowing who they faced. But
yeah, in terms of like daily like curses and like things that you can't do and stuff like that. Oh, you shipping it right to you, Amanda.
Wait, well, we were sending you college credits, but you graduated, so
we're sending it in. Ace is gonna send it in Dogecoin.
Yeah.
In Doge. Yeah.
Yep.
Or AMC stock.
Yeah. So Jay touched up on it. We're gonna talk about some curses today. If you guys remember the Albert Pujols curse that we put on him, but then we solved it. He came to the Dodgers, and then the Dodgers snapped out of a losing streak, and he's actually playing pretty decently right now, crushing some left-handed pitchers there. So we're gonna get a little bit into the curses of the MLB landscape, but let's talk about like the current stuff, right? So later on in the show, we'll talk about some of the old stuff that Andrew and Jay had mentioned, but. There's a genuine, I have a genuine curiosity that I think has to be mentioned, and you know I'm all about the birds. I'm all about the what's out there, right? I can get off topic about birds too, my friends.
Oh gosh, not about the birds. Anything else but the birds.
So we had I'm gonna get slightly off topic. We had a little nest of birds chilling in like on our patio. They were born. And then just one day, maybe like 5 days of them chirping, they were gone. I was like, I don't think they were able to fly yet. So were they birds? Were they drones? I can't tell you. I'm just trying to let you guys know the facts of what has impacted my life directly. My wifey and I had some entertainment trying to like peek at them, and every time I looked at them, they just like froze like this. So good stuff. What's going on, Alyssa? Welcome into the show. We've had you before. I hope you stick around for today's show.
Back. Yeah.
So this is my genuine question, and then we'll talk about it. But right now, the sticky. We're in a sticky situation, right? And MLB baseball players are just dropping like flies. Like ha 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 ha. So is it? Are we just dealing with like backlash of like? Pandemic, affecting the last 2 years and just having really weird seasons? Or are we genuinely looking at like pitchers now being affected by, not being able to put some substances on the ball, which helps them get a little bit of grip? The MLB coming out officially, I think a couple days ago now, saying that baseball players are going to literally be frisked before they start in between innings. Relief pitchers at the end of the inning are going to be checked out just to make sure that they don't have anything on their hands, necks, whatever, booty hole. They're going to be literally like checking these guys just to make sure that they're quote unquote not cheating, right? So a couple of injuries I'm going to list down here. So Tyler Glasnow from the Tampa Bay Rays, nice young kid, is on the 60-day injured list right now. He tore his UCL, and I think he strained his flexor tendon. And then he came out and he said, you know what? Like, the MLB's at fault here. He's like, they told me I couldn't put sunscreen on anymore. And so the sunscreen, I guess, gave him a little bit better of a grip and I guess protected him against the rays in Tampa Bay. So Yeah, he literally came out and said that. So I'll get more into the list, but what are your thoughts about Glass now there?
So I'll go first here, just because I saw the Tyler Glasnow injury, and that's the one that I was gonna kind of really like, that stuck out to me when all this kind of stuff going down. We made fun of who was it the other day? Garrett Cole from the Yankees. We made fun of him after his post game presser. They asked him about do you use sticky stuff, and he gave kind of like a wry answer, didn't really like want to say much, but Tyler Glasnow kind of explained like why it made a difference. And it's just something I didn't know. I'm not a pitcher. When I played, I played kind of all over the infield, outfield. So I don't really know about grips on the ball. The sunscreen and like whatever kind of like tacky stuff kind of helps them grip the ball, so they don't have to like have it like fully gripped in their hand. They kind of leave it on the edge of their fingers, and that's the example he gave. And it's something that I didn't really think of. And he said that because he has to grip it tighter, he's using more muscles, and it's like causing more strain on his one individual arm than it normally would, because he wasn't gripping it as tightly or as toughly. So he said when you strain that muscle and you're throwing a lot of pitches and you're going deep into counts and you're going deep into ball games, it made like that much of a difference, even if it was just a couple starts, because it was almost like you're pitching 2 games as opposed to pitching 1, because now you're just holding it so much tighter to try and get that spin and that grip that you normally get. And like when he said he used sunscreen and rosin, I'm like, yeah, I see rosin bags all the time, and sunscreen is, it's sunscreen. Like, that's not like sticky per se, but if it helps them grip it, I guess that I wouldn't personally have a problem. But it seems like they're just cracking down on it, and there's going to be, hopefully there's not like too many more injuries following this. There's already a lot of great pitchers going down with just some unfortunate stuff. So we'll see where this goes.
Let me throw it to Jay here. Let me ask you a question. So for the longest time, foreign substance really hasn't been paid attention to. Michael Pineda, who played at the Yankees at the time, I think he plays for the Minnesota Twins right now. I don't know if you remember that the image or the video of him like having the some of the, I think it was maybe pine tar on his neck, and then the umps finding it out and checking his pulse. What it looked like they were checking his pulse, but they were checking for the sticky stuff on his neck. So Jay, pitchers have been doing this forever, right? Even as I'm pretty sure Cy Young, Sandy Koufax, all the greats, right? Is this really as big of a deal as the MLB is making it out to be, especially since like the MLB faces a superstar problem? So think about it, like, I'm asking you that question, but think about it like that, right? Like historically, and like now we're talking about like Shohei and all these like really good pitchers that may not be great anymore because MLB is trying to interfere with them too much. What do you think?
Yeah, it's like you mentioned, it's something that's been passed down from generation to generation. That's kind of what Garrett Cole was trying to get at in his presser the other day. This is something that they've been doing forever. And is it a little bit of a hack? Sure, I'd call it like a hack. I don't think it's more of like a cheating type of thing, but definitely a hack to make sure that you're, as efficient as you can be as a major league pitcher. And obviously these guys are all ridiculously talented, or else they wouldn't be getting to the level that they're at right now. I think baseball has a problem with their game in general. We are seeing the amount of hits per game drop like crazy. We are seeing how dominant pitching has been, especially when people aren't hitting for contact. And it's making the game, I don't want to say unenjoyable, but less watchable on a daily basis when you're getting 5 or 6 hits combined from teams so far. And, a lot of the times they're just not just home runs, because that's what people come to see. But when you're not having constant people on bases, the excitement of the game goes down. That's just obvious. I don't know if they're trying to point the blame at the pitchers, because they have seen the spin rate come down in the month of June since they started implementing some of these rules, because it was, I guess, like a ridiculously high level. And like we've talked about it before, I think that any advantage that pitchers get is, in my opinion, more advantageous towards them than any type of advantage would be towards the batters, because a batter still has to hit the damn ball. So again, I don't think there should be like outright cheating, but I don't find this sticky stuff. Like, if you're sticking stuff behind your neck, all right, bro. Like, Glasnow's just trying to use some damn sunscreen, dog. Like, let's slow it down a little bit, okay? Mm-hmm. Just because he says he's got a little bit better grip because of some sunscreen, it's damn sunscreen. It's not pine tar. Okay, it's actually like it's we're going to Vegas next weekend. It's gonna be 115 degrees, bro. You need sunscreen. Like, get the hell out of here. So, yeah, and again, I don't know if they're just trying to point the blame at somebody for the way the product is right now, as opposed to maybe trying to get people to hit singles and doubles more often than people are just lacing up for the freaking fences nowadays. But yeah, I think that's kind of ridiculous. It's more of a hack, in my opinion, than actual cheating.
Okay. So Ryan talking about here how the average fastball has increased over time. Yeah, so I think maybe like part of what we see nowadays too is pitchers are also like overcompensating, right, and throwing the ball faster, putting more strain on their body. Lots of injuries you see, right, are strains, and you kind of mentioned it yesterday on yesterday's show, Jay. Strain is not necessarily an injury that like something breaks it, right? It's something that's worn down over time, right? So a lot of these guys on our list that I'll finish reading off right here just have strains, right? Just constantly throwing the ball and doing it at such a high pace. Freaking Jacob deGrom. We'll talk about him right now. Doesn't want to throw anything under 100 miles per hour. Like he literally starting the game throwing like my first 10 pitches, I'm gonna just smoke these guys, and he has been. Like, he was pulled out of his last start. He struck out 8 batters. His 9th batter he faced, I think it was a fly out, and then he was pulled out of the game, right? So this year he's faced like 4 different injuries. The Mets clubhouse has also been like the San Diego Padres. They've been really bad with managing some injuries. Like, they need Pedialyte in the Gatorade pitcher, to be honest, over there. So many guys are like pulling up hammies, and their whole roster literally is in shambles. And lo and behold, this team is still in first place. So whatever is working is still working out there. But so Jacob deGrom is another one of those pitchers who's just literally throwing smoke. 0.54 ERA right now, which is the lowest in MLB history ever to start like the first 10 games or whatever. So just proving that, pitchers can be brilliant beyond measure, and then still be susceptible to, whatever little things are. And I think pitchers are so susceptible to the little things, and then the MLB trying to change these in the middle of the season. Let's not forget the very first Trevor Bauer start. We were heard speculation that the MLB was pulling some of his baseballs to do a little bit more research on them, right? Not that they're already doing research on the balls this year anyways, but they wanted to do even more. Major League Baseball, you pay yourself and your players millions and millions of dollars. Why isn't there like more direction, more infrastructure set in place before the season starts? And then this isn't the minor leagues. Like, you can't just necessarily come in here and start messing with like the rules and stuff. Did you do that during the steroids era, even though you knew everybody was on steroids? No, you let Barry Bonds keep jacking up 700 home runs and let him do his thing. So it just bothers me that there's like, the MLB is very late to the party, so much so that they've let this go on forever, quote unquote. I mean, MLB's been around for like 120 years, so before our abuelas and tetas were born, before our great abuelas were born. So
no, dude, that's baseball though, dog. Like, that's literally, if you look at the sports, right, the 3 major sports, basketball does it first, football does it the best, and baseball does it last and worse than all of them. That's literally the breakdown. Like, if you look at any major changes that have ever been done, free agency, trades, it's all like the NBA starts it, the football masters it and does it better than anybody else, and baseball will do it last and they'll do it worse than all 3 of them. Don't know how it happens, but that's how it happens. That's the breakdown.
Baseball players get paid the most, right? So like it's crazy too.
I mean, pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is coming in on that territory. But
Patrick. Well, best slinger of the rock.
But Mahomes can lose most of his contract if he gets injured, right? Most of these baseball players, 60 days on the injured list, whatever. It's all good.
Baseball guaranteed. Baseball's union, right. Baby. You ain't got to worry about that in baseball. They got themselves a good union in baseball.
So we talked about deGrom. We talked about Glass now, right? So also on this list is Scherzer. So he has a groin issue. He's missing some time. We have Shane Bieber, phenomenal young pitcher, right shoulder muscle strain, as well as John Means, who has a left shoulder strain. So they have the same injury, just on different arms. Corey Kluber is also has the same injury here. So the 3 of these guys, shoulder strains. And then Spencer Turnbull has an arm injury. I didn't look more into it than that, but I know he has an arm injury. So a few of these guys have thrown no hitters this year. So we're gonna get into the next curse here, but I also wanted to mention the Kluber, Turnbull, and Means are all out right now, just a couple of weeks after they threw no hitters. So it's almost as if they expended so much, that they're like, oh, it's like, your tank is 100%, gets down to 0, and it never recharges. That's kind of how it feels. Like they put all of their energy into throwing a no hitter, and then a couple weeks later they end up on the injured list. So kind of sucks for them. Hopefully they kind of come back soon. I think Kluber is not necessarily expected to be back for the longest period of time. Even though I just was doing some research today. New York media is so like all over the place with Corey Kluber. It's like, yes, he will be back. No, he won't be back. So whatever.
That's New York media with every sports team, every sports player they ever have, bro. See the Knicks.
Yeah, we the overhyped Knicks here.
We win one playoff game at home, and we're climbing streetlights.
Hey, I bought into it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I didn't sell my shares before they tanked, man. That's me. I'm loyal to a fault, man. I'll be at 0% with them next season. Sacramento Kings and New York Knicks, two of the most losing franchise in basketball history. They're gonna make the playoffs again next year. You'll see, and the Kings will make the playoffs next year. I'm placing my bet right now.
Okay, somebody mark that down on the calendar because I might not remember that. Someone, the Sacramento Kings.
When the Knicks win in free agency and Luke Walton's still coaching the damn Kings.
They're gonna bring back Joakim Noah.
Oh yeah, giving Harrison Barnes 40 minutes when you have young talent on the bench. You should be seeing Buddy Hield only plays like 25 minutes because Luke Walton's a damn genius. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
The Lakers someone will send their first round pick to the Kings for Buddy Hield, and then they'll just draft someone who's phenomenal. We'll figure it out.
Like Tyrese Halliburton.
I mean, they already did. So
he's pretty good. He's pretty fine. He's fine.
Okay, so secondary curses. This is the one. So the first one I kind of formulated out of, just pitchers and stickiness, right? So this one is like getting some steam. It's the no-hitter curse. And it's not just cursed some of the pitchers we talked about, but it's also cursing the teams. So there's 3 teams involved here that have gone on massive losing streaks on the road after they've thrown a no-hitter. So the Texas Rangers snapped their 16-game losing streak to the Los Angeles Dodgers. What was that, last Friday, I think? So they lost 16 on the road. There's 2 current ones, and they're both in the top 5 of all-time road losing streaks. So Texas hasn't been involved in a no-hitter. Baltimore, but Texas didn't throw the no-hitter, so mind you, they just got no hit. Baltimore, John Means, who's on the injured list right now, has lost 19 in a row, and games should be starting right now, so we'll see if they make it 20. They haven't won a road game since John Means threw a no-hitter against the Seattle Mariners on May 5th. So that's 19 in a row for them. And then the Arizona Diamondbacks, Madison Bumgarner threw the unofficial 7-inning no-hitter, which was a no-hitter. And Arizona has lost 23 in a row and haven't won a road game since that time. So to put this in perspective, Arizona is number 1 on this list. So number 1 road losing streak of all time. And then the Baltimore Orioles, I think, are tied for second or third right now. So is this a thing? Is this like, because, I mean, I know football's any given day some team can lose, but like, is really baseball is this is not designed, right? Like, is this just them being like extremely unlucky, or is this a curse?
I'll go first, and as much as I want to buy into all these curses, this is not a curse. Those teams just suck. They're absolute cheeks. They are last in all of their respective divisions. Baltimore has had a ripping 22-46 record. Their away record is 11-25. Their home record is 11-21. Cheeky. The Texas Rangers are 25-43. Their away record is 10-27. Their home record's 15-16, so that's the better one, I guess. They're still under 500, but just teetering there. And then when you look at the Diamondbacks, I mean, they're 20-50, 9-31 on the road, and 11-19 at home. So don't think there's a curse there. I think the only curse that these teams have is they blow.
That's a good way of looking at it. Arizona's not particularly good. I mean, Bumgarner might be their best player. I mean, Ketel Marte is not bad, but I couldn't really name you anybody else who's on that roster right now. I haven't watched them since the days of Paul Goldschmidt. But there's something I found interesting is I don't know if I want to call it a curse, but I was reading this article before we hopped on, and this Arizona Diamondbacks team has lost more road games in a row, which is, like you said, 23. If you guys remember, the Mariners set an MLB record back in 2001 with 116 wins. They only lost 22 road games the entire season. So the Diamondbacks have lost 23 straight.
Nice.
In this season, when there was a time in the MLB where a team didn't even lose 23 road games. It's kind of unbelievable. I don't really know how to quantify it just yet, that being no hit would lead to that. But yeah, it's and there you go. We got some what would you call it? Like some reassurance from Amanda there, just to say that these teams are terrible.
Feels good.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't know this one's hard to buy into, that it's an actual curse, but it's interesting. That's for sure. It's kind of interesting, like why these teams are more piss poor than usual, because they're usually piss poor anyway, especially Baltimore.
They're just taking that piss poor to a whole new level, baby. They're just like, hey, you thought we were bad? We'll top it. Andrew, you know what I always think about whenever I talk about like topping stuff? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that Pat McAfee snippet when they're talking about the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah,
and,
you think it's a good draft?
It's a good draft. We can screw this draft up right now, baby.
I think we showed you that clip, Ace, but we have to maybe show that clip here on here one day without getting like in trouble with YouTube or something. It's so funny.
Pat McAfee is a great guy. I totally understand. We're just a small little channel trying to get some, trying to get a little heat, and we're using his content. It was good, freaking hilarious.
We'll tag him in the comments. So Ryan's mentioning that there were more Angel fans than D-backs fans. So the D-backs' best two hitters have been Pavin Smith, who plays outfield and first base, I think, for them, and Carson Kelly, who's their catcher, who missed some time. He was hitting like over 300 for them, maybe like 8 long balls. And then their pitching staff is terrible. Merrill Kelly has had a couple okay games. They have Joaquin Soria, if you remember him, in the bullpen.
This is Randy Johnson, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Get out of here with the Randy Johnson stuff.
One of my favorite pitchers of all time, Randy Johnson.
Luis Gonzalez is walking up to the plate right now, ladies and gentlemen. Luis Gonzalez. Kurt Schilling, too, from the 2001 team.
And then Ketel Marte has missed some time this year, as well as they have Cole Calhoun, who hasn't played a game this season. And, so pretty bad over there. Yeah, I mean, I know it's bad teams, but, I mean, like, yeah, it just seems crazy that no one's.
I mean, I guess they had to have a high point of the season, right? They had to have, like, the Diamondbacks aren't going to get much better than Madison Bumgarner throwing a 7-inning no-hitter, I don't think, at least.
well, they haven't.
Wasn't even a real one. We're not even real.
We're treading on territory here where, like, we haven't been in like 50 to 70 years. Like, teams don't drop this many games on the road. We're talking like like back in the day when black players weren't even in the leagues yet. Like, we're talking about, like, historically, this is nuts, like what we're seeing. And I mean, who knows when they're gonna snap it. Can one of you pull up the schedule and see who these teams play on the road the next couple of days, and see if they actually have a shot at snapping this while I transition us to the second part of our show?
Absolutely.
So
looks like they play the Diamondbacks play the Dodgers, but at home.
I got the Diamondbacks. I'll get the Rangers then.
They play the Padres. They have a 4-game series against the Padres starting on June 25th. So it looks like that might be extended a little more there.
Wow. Yeah, the Padres haven't been fantastic this season, but they've been pretty good at points. So I mean, that we could see them extending it there. And then were you looking up the Orioles there, Jay?
I'm checking the Rangers.
So Ryan mentioned the Cardinals because during the bird talk earlier, just threw it out there. The Cardinals are an interesting bird. So the Diamondbacks have a 6-game homestand and get 3 against the Dodgers, 3 against the Brewers, and then a 3-game road trip against the Padres, like I mentioned, and then another 3-game road trip in St. Louis, and then they're back at home. So maybe between those 6 games on the road, I can't imagine they go to 29 games in a row losing. That would just be completely abysmal. They have to get a game here somewhere. I would just imagine it's baseball. You don't have to be perfect to win baseball games. It's not like other sports. So I would imagine they win a game here at some point. Otherwise, we're going to be going into even more historical territory because that's going to be abysmal. And
then in the MLB, it doesn't really pay off if you tank, because like there's 75 rounds in the draft. Like you pull up the 45th round and you can find someone who's going to be on your roster one day. Like
it doesn't matter. Yeah.
I mean, just look at Jared Kelenic. he got called up earlier this year. He was I think he was a top 10 draft pick. I don't know exactly where he was, but he was he didn't play well when he came up, but he was a high draft pick for the Mariners, and he spent like what 4 or 5 years maybe in the minors, maybe like a lot of time. And then finally made a debut and then got sent right back. It's just
don't get me started on Jared Kelenic. I picked him up on my fantasy baseball team.
You did mention this. You did.
And this mofo, I hear in the minors they're working on his defense because they think his offense is ready. He comes out and he hits like 0 for 45 or something, strikes out a bunch, gets like 1 or 2 home runs and that was fine. But like no.
Tell him, Ace. Yeah.
Okay. Poor Ace's fantasy team.
The Rangers will be playing on the road against the Mariners and then the Oakland A's. So 50-50 chance. They're both whatever.
Okay, let me pull up Baltimore since everybody's doing one apparently.
Baltimore. Yeah.
Oh, it's showing me the Ravens. It's showing me the Ravens schedule because
that's how much. That's Baltimore don't even care about Baltimore. The Orioles. Baltimore's waiting around for Lamar Jackson to start running around.
So Baltimore doesn't go back on the road again until the 24th against Toronto, and that's going to be in Buffalo, New York, because Toronto's not playing in Canada right now. So Toronto's a pretty decent team. So
Andrew, Vlad, what do you think? Vladdy in that wagon of his he's got.
Yeah.
That series.
Absolutely, he might have more. I don't know, dude. Oh, if you guys don't follow him, I don't like. This guy's a verified source. People probably know who he is, but follow Jared Carabas. He tweets nothing but MLB videos, and he tweets like whenever Fernando Tatis or any of the young kids get a homer, he has the funniest captions to describe their home runs. If it's Shohei, if it's Acuna, Vlad Guerrero Jr. Like, I don't know. I always see wagon ass popping up on my timeline, and it's always because of Jared Carabas, and he's always tweeting out a home run because he's making fun of Vladdy Jr.'s ass. It's kind of hilarious.
He's hauling a wagon.
Okay, so I didn't stare too long at this image, but just search Robbie Ray pants. He's a Toronto Blue Jays pitcher, and this guy's pants were tighter than the skin on my body, like tighter than the skin on my body.
He's shoving out Walker Bueller's closet.
Oh my! It's hot in California, but it's also hot in Toronto. Oh, Buffalo, New York. But oh
Did
my!
Did he just have a wedgie? Is there a possibility that's just a wedgie? Let's be honest. I should get full on here.
No. Someone before the game painted on his pants for him. You didn't. He puts on the jock strap or whatever,
nice.
His cup, and then they painted on his uniform. Oh my god, that was
just one of those YouTube videos where an artist like paints a human to see if they're noticed in public of being naked. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Does anyone wear cups? Anyone who play baseball? Did you ever wear cups, bro? I ain't never wear no cup. Unless you're a catcher, I don't really see
that's the only time.
If you're in center field and need to be rocking a freaking cup, like. If you're going to get hit in the balls in center field, you should probably not be in center field, bro. I don't know what kind of catching you're doing in center field that would put the family jewels into the danger zone.
You should.
Don't be there.
You should, Alyssa. So we're going to...
Oh, it's not bad. Yeah, it's just hilarious. It just looks like he's wearing
funny.
tights. Yeah, he might as well be wearing leggings, bro.
Okay, we're going to hit the transition, and then if you want to go to Google for like 10 seconds, you have a few seconds here.
Yeah, we have transition.
Boom. So, welcome in. It's a couple questions today. It's the this or that cursed edition. So, I'm going to ask, and anybody can answer. Right? You guys got some answers to this? Let us know in the comments, and we'll throw it up on the screen. Not like we do that every time, anyways. We're not picky with our comments, but we do appreciate you guys commenting.
Heck yeah, please.
We're an inclusive group here.
Yes, absolutely. Inclusivity is a part of our core. Okay, so the first this or that question, let's pull it up on the screen. Would you rather be cursed with no taste buds or be cursed with being colorblind? What do you guys think?
Colorblind. That's easy. Colorblind. If I can't enjoy Krispy Kreme donuts, what's the point of life, bro?
Well, 50% of men statistically are colorblind, I believe. Like, and they don't even know it. Like, to some degree, like not completely colorblind, but to some degree. So I don't know. My eyesight's already horrible, so just make me colorblind anyway. I can't see farther than I can reach my hand out. So,
okay.
I say colorblind. Asa, what's your take on that?
A definite. Sorry. Go ahead, Andrew. I definitely would prefer to be colorblind.
Right.
I have a couple of friends who are colorblind. Like genuinely, they mix their purples with their reds, their blues with their greens. And to me, that's not even a big deal because if I could see things in purple and reds and blues and greens, that's fine. Like that probably makes the world a little bit more interesting to me. If I'm like completely colorblind, where it's just like black and white, I think that's badass too because it's like I'll just put a Newsies hat on for the rest of my life and just go about my life if I'm floating around as a time traveler, visiting the 1940s or something like that.
Colorblind, I would go to a Dodgers Angels game and think the Angels are winning every time.
Color.
Listen, 100%. Amanda, you have to do a little explaining here, dude. You're okay with like not tasting? Oh, okay. I'm a picky eater, so I'd love to be able to eat stuff you never would. But is it even worth eating if you can't taste it?
I'll tell you what. Not being able to taste and being cursed with that wouldn't like bode so poorly if I was trying to eat really healthy. I could just eat whatever, and I mean I wouldn't be able to taste it. Wouldn't matter.
So I have
the other side of the coin.
I have a close friend at work who tells me he doesn't care what he eats; he just eats to survive. So for him, I feel like he would choose that. So
well, listen. Why don't you tell Jagaloon at your work? Okay, here's a donut. Here's a damn piece of broccoli. All right. If you had to eat one of them, you gonna eat the piece of broccoli? No, he's not. He's eating the donut. Ace, you give me this guy's name and number. I'll ring it down. I'm going to his doorbell and letting him know what up. That's stupid.
Hey, he's a really good guy. So
okay, my bad.
Don't go knocking on his doorbell.
Okay, my bad. If you want to have a conversation with the guy, 'cause that don't make any sense.
Okay. All right.
You can't taste the good stuff, right? It's not so much the cons of not.
Good luck getting away from this one, Ace.
It's the pros of not being able to enjoy it, bro. We have our Sunday cheat days, bro. I swear to God, I can't. I gotta taste, bro. I gotta be able to taste. Are you kidding me?
What if? Okay, so the way I phrased this question is said taste buds, right? But what if it's like losing a sense, right? Because you would lose your sense of taste. What if everything else? What if everything else gets heightened? What if Amanda is unlocking some secret door here, in which like her vision, her feelings, her brain just starts processing things at a higher volume? And I'm just saying, what if, right? Like, because they do
can't taste.
They do say blind people are more sensitive to like everything else around them, like the extra heightened senses. Right. So I can see where Amanda's coming from. She did bring up her good excuse, but
it's not a bad one.
Amanda might be leveling up here without us, normal people, and not to say she's not normal, but you know what I mean.
But Asa, do you know what blind people can do?
What can they do?
They can taste things.
Absolutely.
When they taste things, it tastes pretty good.
Okay.
When they taste something good.
Yeah. The question was for you to answer, so I'm not taking away from your answer.
Yeah. We're gonna put all these up on a poll on Twitter afterwards, bro, because this is a good one.
The thing you gotta understand with this, Ace, and I think you do already. Just the viewers maybe need to understand this is that even if there is a separate answer to a question, like deliberately, he's gonna make sure that he's right. It doesn't matter.
So
yeah,
Jay,
I'm most of the time right. Yeah. Milwaukee Bucks by a bunch.
Nets by $1 billion. I'm just kidding. So as we talk about these two, and these are questions you can answer, but also think about in what ways am I cursed, right? I feel like that's your curse, Jay. You maybe always think you're a little bit right, and
that's a huge problem.
I think I have a curse where I don't read the room. Like sometimes I'm just like doo 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 doo. I'm just like very extra, and I negatively affect people sometimes in that way. But I don't know.
Ace is just Ace at all times.
I don't know. But anyways, moving on. Okay, so I thought that was the easy one. I was like, oh, everybody's going to answer this one very casually as I get into more of the complex ones. But no, you guys really took that one and went with this. So thank you for that. Okay, so here's number 2. Would you rather be cursed with boils on your skin, or your feet become your hands and your hands become your feet?
Oh, wow. How many boils are they painful, and do they smell?
So boils are inherently painful.
All of the above.
Boils are inherently painful, and they do smell. They'd have to be visible. I'm not saying every inch of your body has to be covered in boils. I'm just saying you got some boils. You got to deal with that.
Okay, so here's my question. Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Thinking about this
Normalize boils, but go ahead.
Normalize boils. Okay. Everyone get boils. Feet, hands. Okay. Amanda said feet, hands. The reason why I was okay, I have a question. If my feet were on my hands, okay, if I was able to figure out how to walk, like, and run and do the same things, could I play soccer with my hands? Meaning, could I grab the ball and throw it into the goal because I have hands for feet?
No! What do you mean? No, you cannot.
Or, do we walk upside down? These are questions that we have to ask here. I don't know.
Ryan goes, can you
look at Ryan? You can join. I'm going with the hands. I'm going with the hands and the feet thing. Yeah. 100%.
No way.
100%.
I'm too athletic for that, bro. Way too athletic. Can't be holding myself down like that. Boils. I'll take the boils.
So
Neosporin. I'll just put a bunch of Neosporin on.
I asked you guys the question. I didn't come up with all of these stipulations and stuff. That's for you guys to figure out. So Alyssa, you have to walk upside down unless you figure out how to walk on your hands, right? Ryan,
you guys are great. You guys are on it, man.
Ryan, you're the circus man. That's
clutch. Yeah,
that was a hilarious comment.
Imagine the baby show you're gonna have
at the circus. Yeah, I better be getting paid. Yeah, he's showing me off with my hands, my feet, hands, and my.
Imagine the kind of promo you could do for like Cirque du Soleil. Imagine playing basketball with feet, hands. See, I'm saying with soccer though. Like, could I use if my feet are up here? Can I use my feet?
Yeah. Yes.
Here. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna walk with your palms down. You walk palms down.
Yes.
I'm gonna balance, palms down.
Run on my hands and then smack the crap out of the ball with my foot.
So okay, flip it, right? You telling me you're gonna be as fast with your feet, hands as people are that have feet? No.
Probably not, but like if I could.
Probably you will not be.
Oh,
it will not be at all.
Well, imagine the bicycle kicks I could probably do because my feet are already higher in the air. My feet are already 6 feet in the air. What are you talking about?
Andrew, is it a bicycle kick if your freaking hands are your feet?
We'll call it a tricycle kick. I don't know what to tell you here, Jay. I don't know what to tell you. But
you still have a head, Ryan.
Yeah, but if you're walking on your hands, you're upside down now, so you can't do a header. It is a great question, actually. Oh man,
you gotta use your arms.
So why would you be walking upside down though? Would you?
That's your prerogative.
Your hands.
Walk
on your hands. Your hands are attached to you.
These are your feet now. These are not down there. That's why you're walking on your hands, because your feet are up here.
Yeah, but then what I'm saying is you wouldn't be upside down.
Give me the boils. Give me the boils.
Yeah, because
hit it with your butt.
Yeah.
Now we're thinking. Now we're really thinking.
No.
Because your hands are your feet.
Exactly. Okay, there you go.
Okay, so I'm gonna take boils because I like to live a simple life. I could just put on a long sleeve sweater. I could go live in Alaska for the rest of my life. If I got some boils showing up on my face, I'll just be like, oh yeah, that's an infected freckle or whatever. That's gonna go away in a week. I could just, I don't talk to strangers anyways. If strangers are asking about my boils on my face,
stranger danger. Get out of here, bro.
But what a question, right, man? You guys are hilarious.
That was a good one. That was a good question.
No, the question wasn't good. The answers were hilarious. I'm crying. Yeah. I'm literally crying over here.
More of these, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a few more. Okay.
I kind of hope we have like 10 of them. We keep going.
This is great. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Cursed with your body never aging or your mind never aging.
Body. Easy. Body. Easy. Easy. Body. Easy.
Okay, so what do we? Okay, with the mind never aging though, like at what age does it stop?
It never ages.
You just die. When you die, your mind just is at the same spot it was now.
Yeah, right now. Yeah. Right
so from currently right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, body never aging.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you were to tell me like, okay, like your mind to stop aging like at 5, like or something, or like under 10, I would be like, no, I'd probably say like my body never aging, but I'm still gonna say body never aging here. But like it was just a stipulation, I guess. But
yeah, body, bro. Prototype. So
I completely get where you're going with those answers. I would do mind, because the way that I look at it is I'm looking forward to growing old and looking older. I want to be like the old man on the porch, our porch hypothesis in the future.
You got the front porch. Yep.
And I also feel like it would be very weird to be out in public, to be 80 years old and look like, I'm 20 or I'm 31, right? And I think that would be like very weird. So I want to be able for people to appreciate my elderliness, and not be looking like, Matt Damon for the rest of my life, because that fool doesn't look like he's aged much in the last 20 years of being on
dude, that's movies. Fantastic. No way. I'm going to look like I'm 26. Oh, God, I'm 27, bro. I'm getting old. I'm going to look like I'm 27, and people are going to be like, hey, bro, how old are you? I'm going to be like, bro, I'm like 1,000 years. Well, I'll be like 80 years old. You look like you're 27. Yeah, bro, I know. Get out of here. So you chose wrong when you got asked the question, this or that.
The reason I also wonder if I wouldn't choose body is because the way that I look at it is, what if my body never ages, right? But what if I have I'm diagnosed with Alzheimer's or dementia or something like that, or I have a crippling injury, or what if I die in a car accident? Then my body never aging doesn't really matter, and now my mind being fresh matters a little bit more. So your body.
So the one body part, which is your mind, is more of a worry to you than every other part of your body. Because if your body doesn't age, you could have stuff happen to the rest of your body too. Like, you can have injuries on any other part of your body besides your mind, and it's going to affect you. But if I don't age, then I'm Gucci, man. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
I like the mind. That's this is a tough one. This is not easy. We still got Alyssa thinking about it. Alyssa, we got to. You know what I'm saying?
I might have to change my answer here. The mind never aging.
No, it's the body, bro. Get out. It's the body, bro. You can do whatever. I mean, we do insanity. I can just 80 years old. I'm still just pumping out insanity. Let's go.
So
push ups all regular.
So the last question, I chose boils because I didn't want to stand out, because I don't want my feet to be my hands and my hands to be my feet. I would stick out if I'm hanging out with a bunch of 80-year-olds because they're my best friends, or my family or my wife and stuff like that. And I'm looking like I'm 32. I feel like I'm going to get so much hatred and like stares and discrimination because I stand out and because I am the way that I am. I feel like that would take away from my emotional health and put a real emphasis on me choosing my aging. So
exactly, Ryan. Exactly. I'm still gonna be cracking the same jokes. I'm still gonna be using the same dodgeball references when I'm 80 that I'm using now, baby.
Okay, Alyssa, let us know your answer whenever you have a chance.
Yeah, whenever you got time. It's a tough one.
Okay, would you rather be cursed with knowledge of everything, or never remember anything?
Oh, I'll wait, because this is easy.
Okay.
Well, I mean, again, Thanos made it kind of like, I know, Johnny. Thanos told us in Infinity War, you're not the only one cursed with knowledge. He said that to Tony Stark. To know everything is kind of like, I don't know. I think I would rather be cursed. I probably want to be cursed with knowledge, but I don't know what that would do to. Okay, so here's this. If I had hands for feet and feet for hands. Okay, and I had a mind that was never aging, and I was cursed with nothing but knowledge. Could you imagine the things I could do?
It's not a combo. This is a separate question. You don't get your hands from feet, never body aging, and knowledge.
Why not? I mean, we're on the show. We're talking about it. I'm saying if I were to pick all those things, I would be a very high, powerful being.
Oh my God! You're trying to choose between if you would rather know everything or not know anything, and the answer is no freaking everything, and it's kind of easy. Amanda, you want to forget everything? You watch an episode. The episode's over. What the hell did you watch? You have no idea. You have no clue.
Okay. So remember everything. This is the major flaw of that, though. We're talking about you literally know everything, which means you look at someone, maybe your mother, and you know her sexual history. You look at your local grocer, and you find out he's a racist.
Yeah, I want to know. I'm not going to your grocery store anymore.
You just imagine how overwhelming that would be. I would rather, I live, okay, again, I'm reiterating simple here. I would go with the simple of not knowing anything, just because, like, at the end of the day, people will always underassume my intentions because they don't think I know anything, and that's fine. Always underestimate the underdog, and also, like, I don't know. Hey, I don't even like my mom.
I was skeptical to put that on screen, but as somebody did, I was like, I don't know.
Okay, Andrew, are you pulling up these comments?
I am. I think Johnny pulled the first one.
Yeah.
I pulled the one from Melissa. I mean, is the useful talking about? Yeah.
Have you guys seen the movie What Women Want? And then I think they made also one that What Men Want. You know, where I think it's oh God, what's his name? Not Mel Gibson. George Clooney. I think it's George Clooney. He hears every woman's thoughts when they're you know, he hears what their thoughts are in his mind too, and like he literally loses his mind by the end of the movie. I feel like that's a one-way ticket to just crazy town. Like, I don't know. I feel like that would be too overwhelming for me.
Have some willpower, huh? I feel like I'm getting cursed with like exceptionalism, trying to just be like, yeah, like I want to be like Megamind, bro. Yeah, I want to know everything. I'd rather know everything than know nothing, bro. You kidding me?
Okay, Ryan coming in with another funny comment. But if I'm walking on my feet, hands, he's putting a combo together, then no one cares. Yeah, I guess.
They're individual this or that, guys. We're not, this isn't all.
Nobody said anything, though. I mean, I'm just.
You gotta explain the this or that segment. It's this or that.
I would like an explanation.
The ultimate this or that quiz. So after this show is over, just go onto our comment section and just tell us the mega combo
combination you would choose.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he called it feet hands. I love it. I'm dying.
Feet hands. Okay. So I think everybody got a little answering on that one. Okay, here we go. Curse with only using a spoon for every meal you ever eat for the rest of your life, or a fork for every meal that you only utensil for the rest of your life. Spoon or fork? Let me know.
A spoon.
Why?
Because I feel like I can get away with, like, it would take a long time to cut through stuff, but I would just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could like, you know, stick a spoon into a steak and am I allowed to use a knife?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go with spoon here. So I'd go with spoon, you know.
Okay.
If I'm eating spaghetti, like, I've actually taken a page out of my dad's playbook. He eats spaghetti with a spoon because he like chops it up and then eats it with a spoon. So I'm okay with a spoon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take a spoon.
Ryan, that's why we have a spork. Hey, so someone's already thought of you this or that, bro. And they're like, hey, here's the solution for that, bro. Spork. Just don't go to Disneyland. People steal them from Docking Bay 7 like a bunch of losers. It's definitely spoon. It's not even close. The amount, because anything halfway liquidy with a fork. Oh, okay, hold on. Now, I mean, milk at the end of a cereal bowl. I'm just straight tossing that boy back. So, but hot soup, you can't do that. So
yeah, but how much cereal are you actually gonna be able to get on the fork? You're gonna have to think about it. Like, if the cereal's in like circle form.
Oh, you can get enough.
If it's in circle form, you're gonna have to line them up. Like, you only get like 6 pieces per bite. What are you talking about?
6 pieces? How many? Like, if we're talking about like Cocoa Puffs. How many Cocoa Puffs are in your spoon a bite? You put like 20?
I struggle it, dude. Cereal is. No.
This guy put 20 individual Cocoa Puffs on one spoon of cereal that he eats.
What are you talking about?
Just drink out of the bowl. Amanda, what about the hot soup? You drinking hot soup out of the bowl? Real hot?
Sure.
You guys are madmen. That's tongue burnage, roof of the mouth burnage. I'm not tasting anything for a week. That happens.
You just let it cool down a second. I mean, yeah, you should be okay.
Oh, no. Can't do that. I'm very impatient when it comes to food. I eat right away. Gotta eat. That thing's done. It's going down the gullet. Fast.
I'll go with a spoon because I also really like ice cream. So I'll go with
Asa?
Ace.
I'm trying to think of what foods I could eat with the fork. I know obviously eating cereal is wrong, but I could just pull the bowl back. Lots of cultures don't even use spoons. What the hell am I saying? Spoons and forks. They just use their hands. So I'm trying to think of if I had to use my hands more when I eat, which one would be more beneficial to me? And I feel like my hand is a spoon, so I'll do fork. My hand is not a fork. I don't stab things when I'm trying to eat them.
You have pincers. You have pincers that you can use to just pick up the food, Ace.
So, but if you use your hands more, what's more beneficial, a fork or a spoon? I think it's fork, so I'm gonna go fork.
If you use your
Wait,
hands,
I just mentioned it. You use the spoon, like the side of the spoon, to chop up the noodles.
oh yeah, pasta's easy.
Yeah,
I
and
use
then
most of
like-
the spoon
yeah.
most of the time anyway. Yeah.
Chop up your steak with a spoon.
I'm
Sure.
telling you, okay, I wouldn't be able
Here's
to
the
chop it
spoon.
up, but here's
It's just a method. All the fork is a method to not let the steak move. It's not like you're cutting the action. You use your fork and run it along the steak. You're muted.
I could cut my steak and not use a fork to eat that steak. I could cut my steak and then eat it with my hand.
I'd rather eat a steak with my hands at that point. I'm gonna just say, because I think I'm correct in this, not that you guys are wrong. I think I personally would prefer a fork because I could use my hands in place of spoons,
You have a hand for steak.
and I could drink things too. Andrew,
Have a hand for steak. Amanda's on your level. Amanda, you're amazing. You're awesome. You're fantastic. You've had a couple of answers that have been a little suspect. This is fun. I wish more. Thank you, Alyssa. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. This is.
Okay.
I mean,
You guys are the reason. It is fun. You guys in the chat.
Literally.
It wouldn't
If
be
you
fun if
guys-
you guys weren't here.
If you guys weren't commenting, we would just be sitting here still talking about baseball averages and stuff, and I'd be going over the 4-3 versus 3-4 defense on NFL. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
yeah, we have y'all here, and you guys make it super entertaining. It's unbelievable.
Okay, now with my feet for hands, would I be able to hold the spoon correctly?
Yeah, you got meat in your hands, Andrew. What do? You stick it in between the big toe? Huh? You sticking your utensils between your big toe? You want to combo everything?
Just wanted to bring it up again to piss him off.
Andrew, you have feet hands, right? But you're cursed with knowledge, so you'll know what to do. You'll figure it out. You'll just know what to do.
Wait, did you want knowledge, or were you one of the yahoos who decided you just wanted to know nothing?
No, I went with knowledge. I just had to rationalize it for a second. I went with knowledge.
Okay. Smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the last one. Would you be cursed to only go out at night or only go out during the day?
At night. Easy. At night. Easy. Easy.
Really?
I hate the
That's
sun.
easy?
I hate hot. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, Ryan is on a good one today. Are you drinking like me, buddy? I choose chopsticks for feet hands. Imagine using chopsticks with your toes. Okay, let's get to this question. I want to eat with my feet.
Night.
So night. Okay.
Why night though? Give me a reason. Give me a reason why. Because I'm gonna give you a
Out
reason.
at night. I don't know. It's dope to be out at night. What do you want? You gonna go party in the middle of the day? Hey, what are you in
I'm not
Vegas?
really.
In a day club?
I'm not a huge partier anyway. I like to party. You know, more
Did
than
you rather
anybody
go to the
else.
movies?
As much as
You rather
anybody
go
else.
to the movies during the day or at night?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying day. I mean, nothing's open really out here in Temecula, to be honest.
Amanda, you live in LA, don't you?
I would probably say day because I like to do stuff. Like I like to go play basketball like at parks. I want to go do that. Like I'd rather have the option to go do that.
Andrew, there's this thing that they invented for basketball courts. It's called lights. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
They're not
outside too.
they're not always at public parks. Sometimes
Oh, they're
they're
at
not.
a lot of public parks. They're at a
always.
lot of public parks. They put them out there at night so people can see and play at night. It's crazy. It's
I'd rather go out
unbelievable.
during- I think I'd rather go out during the day.
So whoever says night, just load up on your vitamin D. Get those capsules. You can get them from Costco or Sam's Club or whatever, because you're gonna need some of that. You're gonna need some of that vitamin D that you get from the sun. I'm gonna say day because at night, like I like to chill anyways, unless I'm working, and then nights aren't fun. So I'm gonna just say day. I feel like I could wake up with the sun, go down with the sun. My life can be more normal. I don't have to worry about. What's open, like Amanda brought up here. Only obligated to eat at like really bad places at 24-hour places at night.
Guys, what time do you think things close? Like 9 o'clock is night. Most things are open. If it was, yeah. But okay, what we got? Day for sure for the same. Okay.
Hey,
Maybe
you guys-
I'm out. Oh, Alyssa's with me. Thank you, Alyssa. And Gabriel. Okay. Really? There's not stuff open that late in San Gabriel? But if I wasn't a woman and by more light deaf night because I'm a night owl. Yeah. See, like there are some things that you can't. So like Halloween Horror Nights, for example, never can do it. Never could do it. Never could happen. Never.
That's fine.
Disneyland at night, never could happen. Could never happen.
Yeah, but that means you'd be going to Disneyland from like sundown to 11, 12. You'd only get a couple hours at Disneyland.
That's fine,
Yeah,
that's fine,
yes,
that's fine,
yes.
That's fine. That's fine. You gotta do what you gotta do. I gotta make sacrifices.
No
I'd rather-
shot. No, Johnny, no shot you could tell me if that's the case. As much as you love Disneyland, you cannot tell me.
I'd
that
rather have Disneyland at night.
No,
Yes.
No.
You're- yeah,
that's
yeah.
not even close,
No.
dude, everything at Disneyland.
All I had to
is
do was
better
say
at night.
Disneyland and I win.
At Disneyland,
Especially you.
everything at Disneyland is
Egregious.
better at night. Cars Land, better at night. Galaxy's Edge, better at night. The Castle, better at night. The fireworks, better at night. Adventureland, better at night. Everything at Disneyland is better at night. Everything, literally everything. If it could be, night for 24 hours at Disneyland, I'm all over it. That's where I'll be at.
Tell me. You tell me the last time that you actually sat at Disneyland for the fireworks and didn't make a beeline for Indiana Jones while everybody was preoccupied. Don't lie to me. Don't you dare lie to me. When's the last time? Don't you
stop calling me out. Stop. Listen. Okay. Fine. That's correct. I'm not gonna lie. That's 100% true. I see the fireworks. Right.
You'd have to be. You would be extra productive during winter solstice, so like during November, December, January, where like you have longer nights and shorter days. So you'd be able to like go out maybe around like 4:30 to 5:30, but other nights you wouldn't be able to get out until like 6:40, 7, and even in LA here, sun doesn't go down until like 8:05 some nights. So to me, it's much more problematic. I like to sleep at night. I'll go out during the day.
You guys, I'm assuming we've all seen How I Met Your Mother. I'm assuming everybody else in the chat has, hopefully. But do you guys remember when Ted's designing that upstairs like room for Bilson and G&B? And he's all like, you spend your day in the dark. You work and you drive home in the dark. You spend your whole damn life in the dark. That's corporate America, folks. I'm just saying that out there. I just want everybody to know that. See, I'll take day because there's more time. I'm gonna be tired at night. I don't like to go anywhere. I'd rather just chill.
You guys keep saying you'd be tired. You're tired at night. If you're not going out or doing anything during the day, guess what happens at night? You're not tired.
You know what's the most important things for you? You know what's the most important things for you to be like a healthy human? Sun and sleep. So I'll sleep at night and I'll get sun during the day. That's all. I'm
kind of average on both. I feel like those are both a little overrated. Sleep a little overrated. Sun overrated.
Amanda,
stay up all night playing Apex.
Amanda, change your answer again.
No, Amanda's on my side this time. Amanda's with me.
That's fine.
Thanks, Amanda. I didn't think about Horror Nights. I didn't even see your comment there. Thank you, Amanda. It's a great thought. That's what I'm saying. Amanda, you've got to be a big Horror Nights fan, right? Super stoked. It's coming back this year because
it is.
I mean, I would imagine so. If not, I'm gonna go veto everyone at Universal Studios. So that thing is the way they do Horror Nights is unbelievable, bro. Like, not Scary Farm, not even on the same level. Six Flags might as well be a damn carnival. Horror Nights is ridiculous, bro. That thing, I've been going, Amanda, I've gone like every year since I was like in 7th grade. I remember, little story time, because I'm just gonna go crazy. 7th grade, Harmony. Her name was Harmony. If you ever see this Harmony, you already knew. I had the biggest crush on her in 7th grade. She was like, yo, let's go to Horror Nights. And I was like, okay, what is it? And then she was like, no, it's like you just go to Universal at night. No one told me that there's these monsters running around and there's these mazes that you go into and pretty much die in. And so I went willingly. I was like, here comes Stupid Johnny. Here we go. I'm going to go because this little girl I think is pretty told me to go. And dude, Ace, it was one of the worst/best nights of my life. I was so scared. I thought I was gonna pee my pants. It was that scary. It's crazy.
I mean, I haven't been to Horror Nights before, and maybe this is the reason why Jay always invites me. But I don't watch horror movies because not that they scare me. I just whatever. There's a scary monster. I got it. Like that doesn't pique my interest. It is,
bro. No, it's when you're getting scared as a group. Ask Andrew because Andrew was kind of similar, bro.
I was very against Horror Nights. I started going back in like 2016, I think. We went like 4 years in a row. 2015 maybe because we didn't. Obviously 2020 didn't go, but 2019 we went. 2018 we went. 27, yeah. And it's so much fun. Because I don't like horror movies for similar reasons that you don't, Ace. Like it's not like they like totally scare me. Sometimes they make me a little like uncomfortable because I just can't handle that much like gore or whatever. But like when you're just with a group and especially if they send you by yourself as a group, it's kind of like we'll talk about a curse. A curse is having fast passes at Horror Nights. Getting to the front of the line of mazes, that's a curse right there.
That's a blessing. No. It's
a blessing. It's a curse because they'll send you in there and there's 4 of you, so you're getting everything.
You want to get cut off. No. You want to get cut off. You want the line to get cut off right before you enter, and then you go as the lead group, 100% all day.
I'm talking about being the lead group and the end group that you have nobody behind you.
Oh my God, Amanda, you didn't know. I haven't seen A Quiet Place 2. By the way, Quiet Place, the first one, I was trying to eat popcorn in a movie that time. No go, couldn't work. So now I'm a little nervous to go see Quiet Place 2, at least in the movie theater. Amanda, that Saw maze, that was back when they were like grabbing people, bro. Like I had it. There was like one, you walked in and like the first scene was like you were like in the first Saw movie, like scene in like the bathroom scene, and a pig came out from behind the bathroom curtain and would like grab one person by like the freaking arm. It was insane. And it was me, of course. That one time I got grabbed. I swear to you, I almost lost it, Ace. I almost swung on somebody, bro. Now they can't touch you or anything like that, but I was about to swing, bro.
Spoiler alert. I'm just messing.
Yeah, right. From a maze that was like 5 years ago.
Okay. I didn't really think that Horror Nights would be the end all to this answer. I respect your guys' answers. I don't get it, but I respect it.
You're going to go this year and then you'll get it.
I forgot we were even talking about it. Oh, we were talking about curses here.
Oh, and my heart's breaking. I'm still upset I missed it. Sorry. Do your thing, Andrew.
That was me.
All right.
Yeah. Def.
Okay. I'm gonna let you guys sulk about your feelings here for a sec.
Is this about me not seeing Quiet Place, Amanda?
Probably.
It's not nice.
The first one's really good. It's like really good movie. No, I'm just telling you, it's really good.
Go ahead, Ace. I'm sorry. I keep.
You guys got 10 seconds to get yourselves together here. Let's go.
We're good. Let's go. Ranking time.
I didn't even know we were doing a ranking today.
Welcome back. I actually made this one on the rank system. Let me delete this because you don't got no business being here. Okay, so we're gonna rank some MLB curses today. I'm gonna give you a little bit of backstory. I might not remember what all these images go to, so bear with me as I discover my notes and attach them.
I don't know what a single one of these things are so far, so I could not tell you.
Okay, we'll go with democracy rules here. Okay, so
okay.
Sometimes J, A, and I get a little selfish with our answers, but if you guys give us a vote, we'll do whoever we'll go with the most votes here. Essentially, this one's not necessarily like the hardest hidden ranking system ever, but I wanted to close the show the way we started it, talking a little bit about curses. Okay, so
Love it.
Let's pull up the California curse. So this is the Angels. I'm gonna put this right here. We'll put it in good, and then I'll explain it, and then we'll rank it. Okay. From 1965 to 1997, the California curse is said to have began when the Angels changed their name to the California Angels. They're currently the Los Angeles Angels, which is why they've been bad, Ryan. They cursed themselves again. So I'm going to actually pick up this curse again here in the 21st century. So in that time period, there was a bunch of tragic things that happened. A bunch of Angel players died during this time. Their rookie pitcher, his name was Dick Wance. He died of a brain tumor. He was only able to play one game, and then oh man, Ryan, you have to remind me. You guys might remember too. Young Angels pitcher that died. Like 10 years ago at this point. So is there a curse? There's a curse. We're just gonna say we're not debating curses. We're debating how like epic or crazy or meh these are. So what do we think about this one?
So is good like bad? Like it's a bad curse?
Good is so like epic is it's an epic curse. We could change it to being like what do you want good to be? Like this is scary.
Yeah.
Scary.
It would go there. It would go to scary. I don't think it's epic, but I mean, we got dudes dying. Yeah. It's pretty scary.
Scary? Okay.
I'd say scary.
Aiden Hart.
Nick.
Did you pull up this one yet?
Jesus.
Yeah. Yes, Ryan. The Black Sox image is in there somewhere.
Jeez. Yeah, no, that's
that's
scary.
So the curse was lifted when they won the World Series, but maybe it's back on again, right? Because Aiden Hart passed away. They changed their name to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. So who knows? Maybe this team is just cursed in that way. So crazy stuff. Okay, let's pull up the Black Sox one. So the Black Sox is right here. Put them here for now. So the the White Sox were headed for a championship until several star players were suspended late in the 1920 season. The curse kept the White Sox from winning the championship from 1917 to 2005. So the curse goes. It's kind of been discredited over time, but to sensationalize people thinking they're sensationalizing the team. But yeah, let me get a little bit more information on this Black Sox. Hold on.
I mean, that's I don't know if it's scary, but that's a long time to not win a championship. The only reason it's not epic is because of how awful the damn Cubs one is.
Yeah, so I'm trying to remember why they were suspended. But yeah, there was a bunch of these guys suspended. I'm not going to look too much into it, but it is what it is. So this one is kind of popular because they were one of those teams that didn't win for a very long time. They were still playing in like the Babe Ruth era too at that time. But
yeah, I'd say
I'm gonna have to go here.
I have to go say Yeah, I have to say
I don't really know about that one.
I have to say
Okay, for sure. Again, it's not. These aren't like the most striking things, but we'll just go with it. Okay,
they
so
were
this
throwing games. I feel like it was some sort. They were match fixing, right?
That away, Ryan. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I remember hearing something about that.
And it's also because you kind of did it to yourself, huh? You're throwing games on your own team. You did it to yourself, bums.
True. Okay, so this is Alex Rodriguez when he played for the Seattle Mariners. This is the curse of A-Rod. In 2003, the Texas Rangers saw a sad feat. Alex Rodriguez was the MVP. He was just hitting lights out. They traded him to the Red Sox. Eventually, the Yankees got him. They had still not won a championship. They started comparing this trade to the curse that happened when Babe Ruth was traded. So the teams that traded him haven't won because they traded him. So we're talking about the Rangers trading him away, possibly could have won, right? And then we're talking about the Yankees getting him. But in 2009, the Yankees won the World Series. So this one's not a very crazy curse, but up until he won it with the Yankees, this amazing athlete was felt as a curse to his teams.
Yeah, well, he got to the Yankees and they were unbelievable, so that's why he won. I'd say
Okay.
I would say this one's scary because 3 teams actually felt the need to trade away Alex Rodriguez.
Right? It's like we're talking about the equivalent of a super, literally, Kobe Bryant at the time, being traded in his prime. We're talking about think about trading away Joel Embiid right now, right? Or why would you do that? Why would you trade away someone in their prime? And in baseball, your prime kind of lasts a little bit longer than it does.
Yeah, but we've seen big names be traded in baseball. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why I'm not on the scary level personally. Baseball because of how many people impact the game.
Trades, though. We've seen
Mookie Betts was just traded.
Yeah, but is Mookie Betts the same caliber player as Alex Rodriguez? I would say no. No, he's not. Johnny, he's
right?
not.
He's not. Okay, he's not close.
No.
How many MVPs does Alex Rodriguez have?
I don't know, but he has more, and he also has 650 career home runs, plus a 300 career batting average, plus I don't even know 2,000 RBIs probably.
Is Mookie Betts not the second or third best positional player in baseball right now?
That could be argued, but just because you're the second or third best of your time right now, Alex Rodriguez was the best player flat out in baseball for a decade, without question. He was kind of like what Mike Trout was with better numbers. Mookie Betts is a phenomenal baseball player. Alex Rodriguez, and that's why I'm saying it belongs in scary, because the fact that they traded 3 different teams traded Alex Rodriguez, one being the Red Sox, like Ace mentioned, to a division rival. That's and Boston ended up winning titles in 2007 and in 2011, I think, or no, 2013, and then again in 2018 against the Dodgers. I don't want to talk about it, but yeah.
I mean, you can put it in scary if you want. I don't see it, but that's on you guys. I don't mind.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna put it in scary. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put it there. Okay, so we'll do the Billy Goat next. So this is the curse of the Billy Goat. I'll put it down here for now. The Chicago Cubs, this is the Chicago Cubs curse, suffered the wrath of this farmhouse animal from 1945 to 2016, where they beat the Cleveland Indians. Thank you, Amanda. Lasting 71 years. This curse came from Billy Goat Tavern owner William Cianis. So there was a tavern owner named William Cianis. He was attending the 1940s game and brought his pet goat. Because, of course, and fans got irritated by the smell, and he was asked to leave. He then said, "Them Cubs, they ain't gonna win no more," and it took him 71 years to win the title.
Epic.
We already have our first vote for epic. Yeah, epic for the goat.
Yeah, that's epic.
Why
Yeah.
would you take a goat to a baseball
That's
game?
epic. People are weird, man. Weird folk out there.
It's like bringing your dog to the park, bringing your goat to the park.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's just an odd one. Yeah. You know, when you think about the Cubs and all the crud that they've had go on, they deserve to not win a championship that long. You guys deserve it.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, the staff was letting in goats into the stadium. So, I mean, you know, get it together.
Yeah. What kind of security guard's just like, "Can I see your ticket, sir?" Yeah. "Oh, that's a goat you brought with you?" "Yeah, that should be okay, right?" "Oh, yeah, let him on in. Come on. Yeah. Need some hay?" What the hell do goats even eat?
That's my service animal, okay? You know, he's here to help my anxiety and
Did that
stress.
term exist back in 1940? That term?
Who knows? There were a lot of terms that shouldn't have, so who knows, bro?
I'm not gonna get into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not even touching it. What's the next one?
Okay. We're gonna do. Y'all are trouble. Okay, so down here,
Emotional support goat. It's an ESG.
Ryan said, "I'm gonna bring my goat to the stadium."
Wait. Remember in San Francisco, someone brought a rabbit, and I talked shit about that. She brought a rabbit. I was like, really, a rabbit?
Rabbit.
Okay, that's a
Yeah,
farm.
yeah. He brought it. Yeah, yep. Democracy rules. Yeah.
That's right.
Goat
That's
topic.
right.
Goat topic.
Okay, so right here down at the bottom, this is Rocky Colavito. This one affects Cleveland, Ohio. Sorry for all the bad juju. Cleveland. Okay, so Rocky Colavito was a popular player. He was traded in the 1960s. He didn't place the curse. We're just going to throw that out there. It's just named after him. But his trade, apparently, was strong enough to make sure that the Indians haven't won a World Series since. So Colavito was traded to Detroit for Harvey Kuhn. Colavito was the home run champion, and at the time, fans saw this as poor team management. So we're talking about kind of on the level of A-Rod, maybe one step below, because A-Rod was transcendent. Rocky Colavito was not, although at the time he was the home run champion.
Yeah, I would say And to all the fans out there, just an FYI here, fans for some reason think that their teams are going to be so much better after, like, before the team makes the move. Like, I will never forget how many Laker fans were like, "Oh, LeBron James wants to come here. Oh no, just can't have it. No, we got the young core. Get over yourselves, okay? You stink. I don't care if you have the home run champion. You stink, okay?" And again, baseball, there's a lot of players on the field, a lot of people that make an impact on the game. One guy hitting jacks is not going to solve all your answers when you literally suck, okay? That's Thank you so much, Alyssa.
We appreciate you having fun with us today. We'll be shooting next week too if you want to stop by again.
Yep. I'd say for Colavito.
This will be my first stop at Ace.
Okay, stop it.
Yeah, because I think the Indians have more problems than trading away Rocky Colavito than.
Yeah, like change your name, huh?
I was gonna say. Change the name.
Get it together. Huh? I mean, could you believe the Washington football team had that name for as long as they did? I mean, seriously, dude. I remember as a kid thinking, why in the hell would anyone ever name their football team this name right now?
Yeah, no, for sure. We kind of talked about that in the past, but yeah, I mean,
change your name, maybe you won't lose so many games.
They also traded away Francisco Lindor recently too. So again, the organization has more problems to deal with than.
Washington changed their name to the football team, and they made it to the playoffs, won a playoff game. So I mean, not all was wrong with that. So
no, it's good move. You ask me, yeah, good move. You ask me.
Okay, we'll do the Colonel next. The Colonel. This is the curse of the Colonel. We're not talking about KFC here, just FYI. Okay, so We can't forget our friends overseas who love the sport of baseball as much as we do. Actually, maybe we're talking about KFC. So in the 80s, there was a curse placed on Kansai-based Hanshin Tigers baseball team by the ghost. This is about baseball. This is about KFC. By the ghost of KFC founder Colonel Sanders.
What?
So sorry I didn't pull up a picture of Colonel Sanders for this. I was in a rush, but so the Kansai-based Hanshin Tigers are cursed by Colonel Sanders. This is actually a thing. I've heard about this, by the way. Weird, right? Okay, so don't worry, it gets weirder. A fan who was celebrating the 1985 Japanese Championship Series is held responsible. So there's a Colonel statue resting peacefully in front of a KFC, was thrown into the Dontonbori River in Japan. After this, the team suffered an 18-year losing streak. Some fans thought the curse would not end until the statue was recovered. They finally found it in 2009. I didn't do my research to find out if the Hanshin Tigers have won again since this, but I figured this was important enough because we get a lot of Japanese players to throw this into the MLB curses. So Colonel Sanders' ghost.
Yeah,
What
that's epic. That's
pretty
kind of
sick.
funny. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
It's not.
wait, so when you
not-
say
yeah.
18-year losing, like they just had losing records?
Yes, 18-year losing streak, didn't win the title.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's epic. Anything with
That's
Colonel
pretty epic.
Sanders.
And it's Colonel Sanders. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Ryan, KFC, saw your comment. Have you tried the chicken sandwich from there? Any good?
You've had it, Jay. You've had
Yeah,
it.
I'm curious what his thoughts were. It wasn't bad.
I just remember. Never mind. I
like chicken sandwiches.
We can talk about food for another freaking show. Okay. So let's do. This is the Cubs one again, but this is a different one, kind of. Okay. So the X Cubs. This is about the X Cubs. The curse of the X Cubs. So, this is about players moving on from the Cubs and making the teams that they go to bad. So this theory / curse began in the 80s that if you had too many ex-Cubs players on your team, you just wouldn't win. So several teams had multiple players of ex-Cubs. So we're not just talking about one player. We're talking about like 2 or 3. And they all kind of failed in those seasons. So in the 80s, too, the Dodgers had ex-Cubs twice and faltered a little bit, ended up winning at the back end of the 80s. The Milwaukee Braves at the time, because the Atlanta Braves and Milwaukee Brewers and people changed their team names, were also susceptible to this. And then the Yankees as well. The Yankees, after, broke this curse because in the 90s they got rid of all the ex-Cubs and then they brought in a lot of talent. So what do we think about this one?
I haven't really heard much about it until you brought it up today, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'd say it's fine. It's not the big one, so
Okay, so
I'd say
I'd say F for this one. Yeah, the other Cubs one was more compelling for obvious
Yeah.
reasons.
Okay.
I'd say F for that one.
Okay, this is Don Mattingly. Donnie Baseball, the curse of Donnie Baseball. Okay, so
Dodgers a little bit.
yeah, he did, right?
Yeah.
Don't mess with Colonel Sanders. Okay,
The
I had to
Colonel.
I had to double check the spelling there because I just cannot believe that Colonel is spelled like that. And I knew Colonel spelled like that, but I don't understand why the word
American
that
English, baby.
Colonel is pronounced Colonel. But anyway,
American
go ahead.
English, baby. That's where we're at.
American English is very hard to understand.
Yeah.
So Donnie Baseball, the year after his retirement, Don
Yeah.
Mattingly was passed up for the Baseball Hall of Fame. A journalist at the time said Mattingly was cursed. He played first base for the Yankees, and they never won a World Series with him. But he did obviously put up some good numbers. And then in 2004, he returned to the Yankees as a hitting coach. And then they bombed. They completely bombed it. That was, I think, the year that the Red Sox came back from 3-1 to overcome them and win the World Series. 2 years after Don Mattingly left, in the late 2000s, the New York Yankees won a World Series. So Don Mattingly curse.
He coached the Dodgers, so I'll buy into this one. And we didn't win a World Series or perform particularly well in the playoffs, so I'll buy into this one. I don't know if it's scary or epic, but just because it hits
scary.
me close to home. I'd say scary, yeah.
Scary.
I'm good for scary on this one.
Pretty good.
just saying Donnie Baseball makes this curse scary.
Yeah, exactly.
English is hard. English is ridiculous. It's just stupid. It's kind of
I before E, except after C, but we
I don't know
sounded
if
like
you guys
Ray
saw.
and neighbor.
I don't know if you guys saw. Like, if you guys follow me on, I know you guys follow me on Twitter.
Yes.
But Cole Beasley put out like a statement about why he's not getting the back seat today, and I retweeted it and commented. He just didn't use the proper like what is it called? Like I'm forgetting the name, but he didn't use the proper your. He used YOUR when he really should have used YOU.
He had a grammatical mistake.
Yeah.
Ace, I know you're a Bills fan, bud. You guys will be just as good with or without Cole Beasley. I think the latter is probably the way to go here. You trade him like the freaking Flint Tropics traded Vakitis for a damn washing machine at this point.
The last thing you need is him contracting COVID because of that, and giving it to Josh Allen because that's the last thing you need.
I mean, that guy. I read that statement and lost brain cells reading that statement. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
Just remember, in 60 years, we're gonna have some corona curses that are gonna be placed on some teams here. So just remember,
right? Okay. And hopefully it ain't your Bills. Hopefully it ain't your Bills.
right. It'll be across multiple sports, I'm sure. Right. Okay, so the last one I just put up is a bobblehead. It's a bobblehead of Nolan Ryan when he played with the New York Mets, but this is the New York Mets bobblehead curse. So every Mets player who has had a bobblehead made out of them, the curse goes, has gone downhill immediately after. So the most popular example is Mike Piazza, went from hitting 30 dingers each year to only ever capping out at 11 after they made a bobblehead after him. They've seen this with a lot of players getting hurt after, so they make the bobblehead gets made of them and then they get hurt. There's a lot of names on this list. I'm not going to read them all because
it's kind of scary.
Paul LaDuca of the Dodgers also was also affected by this too.
That's scary. Bobblehead day, I'm feeling real good, and then it's kind of crap.
Thing happened with I feel like a similar thing happened with Carlos Beltran when he went there initially.
So then the Mets tried to reverse their curse, and they made a Jacob deGrom gnome. So I think that's their way of saying they broke the curse, even though I don't know if that's how you break a curse, by making a gnome instead of a bobblehead. But
it must be working because the guy's driven in more runs than he's given up this year. He's driven in 5 runs, just 5 RBIs in the year, and only allowed 4. It's kind of ridiculous. So it must be working.
But is it also working if he's getting hurt like every start? I don't know.
Look at the numbers. I don't know. He's got the lowest ERA in modern baseball history. I know he's getting hurt. Hopefully they're little nicks and he can come back quickly. But I mean,
I'd say scary.
I'd say scary on this one though. That makes sense because guys like Carlos Beltran and Paul LaDuca are really good players.
Okay, for sure. So we have 2 more. This is the curse of the Bambino. So this is the big one. This is the one that everybody knows about. Okay, we'll put it up here. Sorry.
Yeah. You can still go over it, yeah.
So this is the most famous one, right? The Red Sox traded away Babe Ruth. After he was traded to the Yankees, the Red Sox went 86 years without winning a World Series. And to do so, to overcome their curse, they had to beat the Boston Red Sox. The Yankees in the playoffs to be able to get to the World Series that year. And the Yankees have been the most successful baseball franchise, essentially, at least in the American League, and that is due in part to Babe Ruth being on that team. So this is probably epic, but I mean, you guys can think about it. I mean, I like the Billy Goat one a little bit more because it's a goat, but whatever.
Absolutely epic. Oh, you never heard of this curse, Amanda?
Are you still talking about we're talking about the Babe Ruth one, right?
Yeah, Bambino.
Bambino, yeah.
Yeah, I know. This.
I think they mentioned it in Sandlot too, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They mentioned it in Sandlot. Yeah, it's definitely epic, and it's definitely the most epic. Yeah, I mean, 100%. I mean, that's
just because Babe Ruth was the greatest 20th century baseball player, so you traded away the guy who had all the records until modern era of baseball was able to overtake him. But yeah, for sure. Okay, and then the last one I just threw in here, the sticky stuff. Is this? Do I need to put this in the stop at ace category?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, it's a hack, bro. It's a hack. Everyone does it. You ever want, Amanda? You've seen Sandlot, right? you've seen The Sandlot, right, Amanda? Because The Sandlot is The Sandlot. Like, you had to have seen The Sandlot.
Angels in the Outfield, Field of Dreams, Sandlot.
You're muted, but I love all the movies you mentioned. I just wish that everyone else could hear that.
I'll do it again. The Sandlot, Field of Dreams, Angels in the Outfield. I mean, Angels in the Outfield is, what are we doing here?
Amanda, you need to watch The Sandlot.
This is ridiculous.
You need to watch The Sandlot.
Dude, we're talking about grammar so bad. I mistyped what in my comment.
Yeah, exactly. No, Amanda, seriously, The Sandlot. It's not just like, I mean, I know everyone talks about it because it's the number one baseball movie. It's because it's the number one baseball movie. Like, it's literally like everything that you could ever want in a baseball movie is The Sandlot. Like,
Chadwick Boseman as Jackie Robinson in 42.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Angels in the Outfield too. Like, Angel in the Outfield is like we mentioned, is top notch. I love Angels in the Outfield.
Moneyball was a pretty good movie.
Moneyball was good.
I haven't seen Moneyball. That's one I haven't seen.
Yeah, Amanda, when you watch The Sandlot, you let us know because I'm genuinely curious. I mean, everyone has a crush on the main dude. Like, every girl that I ever knew freaking was all over Homeboy. So.
Do we say Major League yet? Major League is so funny.
Major League. No. Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year is another really good one.
Rookie of the Year is so funny.
Rookie of the Year is great.
Airbud baseball.
Airbud. Yeah, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. Join the train. Let Amanda know we gotta watch The Sandlot. I know this has nothing to do with anything we've talked about today, but I just saw this on Instagram, and I know Andrew has the biggest man crush on Cristiano Ronaldo that I've ever seen. Did you guys happen to see him the other day take that Coke bottle off the stand and be like, "Drink water"? You guys heard that? Right?
No.
Yeah. So he was on he was after the Euros, he was doing his post game or whatever, grabbed the Coke bottle and moved it off of this thing and said, "Drink water" instead. Coke lost $4 billion with a B dollars in revenue because of that.
What the hell?
$4 billion.
And you know why? It's because Cristiano Ronaldo has 300 million followers on Instagram, which is more than the entire Premier League, which is the English Premier League, the biggest league in the world combined.
That's crazy.
300 million followers on Instagram.
$4 billion, bro. All because this dude decided to take a bottle off the stand. It's crazy.
I'm following in footsteps.
I'm gonna be honest. I'd be pissed. Like, if I'm Coke, I'm telling the Euros, hey, listen, you better tell your dude to play soccer and shut up, okay? I pay a lot of money to have my damn product on the damn stand. I don't care if it's good for people. I don't care, okay? I'm trying to sell product, and you got your freaking superstar athlete over here telling people not to drink water.
They already, just to put your mind at ease, they already rectified it. They said
Gatorade.
Yeah, Gatorade.
I'm thinking of the water boy right now.
100%.
Amanda might not be a movie person, but we need to rent a movie theater so we can watch all these baseball movies because it sounds good. Also, Bull Durham is a really good older movie from the 80s with Kevin Costner. It was like I think a minor league baseball movie, but that one was really good. And then I think they made this one a couple of times too. But the Bad News Bears was a pretty good movie.
The one with the dude who's always in the Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah. I'm forgetting his name too.
Me too.
I think I know who you guys are talking about.
There's one more game. There's
played Joe Hurt. I don't remember his name.
David Spade.
David Spade. Oh, he's hilarious. Oh my God, he calls the catcher fat.
These catchers are kind of a little chubby.
The catcher fat.
I like our list though. I like our list. We kept really good with the theme. The list is good.
We did a really good job. Good job, guys. Real proud of the work you guys put in here.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you as well, Ace. Well,
yeah, of course. So I would say that this show wasn't a curse. I would say this show was hilarious beyond all measure. That our questions, this or that, was probably some of the most fun I've had on the show.
that was great.
So thank you for the golden comments, guys. Genuine thank you, Amanda, Ryan, Alyssa. You guys made this hilarious, and I really appreciate the laughs. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to cut it here. If you guys have anything else that you didn't get off your chest during the show, let us know in the comments section after the show's been posted. As always, baseball is always fun. Yes, it is. And I think we've also been pretty fun as we've gotten birds.
Can I say one thing?
Yes. Go ahead before I close.
You know what else is fun? Soccer. Cristiano Ronaldo takes on former world champ Germany in they won the World Cup in 2014. Pacific time. Takes him on at 9 o'clock Pacific.
He cut himself off.
No, I am going to say what I need to say about soccer, and you're going to have to just take it, okay? Okay, the European Championships are going on. Cristiano Ronaldo scored 2 goals in the first game. I predicted him to be the top scorer of the tournament. He takes on Germany tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock Pacific time. Be there. Be there. I'm going to be there. CR7.
I think he cut himself off and is blaming us.
Nah, I didn't cut myself off.
No, that was me. That was me.
All right, so from the end of the
I kicked him out. I kicked him out.
Attaboy.
deserves to be kicked out. Hope deserves to be kicked out, not Andrew.
Okay.
Oh, thank you all so much, guys.
I might have to kick. I might have to kick both of you out. I didn't even know what I had a thought that I was gonna say. It's gone. Well, anyways, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for interrupting me, Andrew. Y'all are the best. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good night.
In all fairness, Ace, you allowed the interruption. I asked permission to speak.
And then I kicked you off, and you brought yourself back on. Like, what the heck, man?
I didn't be in charge of the show, okay?